All right, hello everyone, and welcome to Combat Boots to Red Bottoms, where we celebrate military women, veterans, and entrepreneurs, and the amazing people who continue to serve long after taking a uniform off. I'm Letitia Holmes, your host, and today's interview is especially meaningful to me because I'm joined with two of my really great friends, and they are fellow veterans also. So they are preparing to take on one of the toughest endurance motorcycle events in the world, and that is called the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge. Now, if you've never heard of it before, like me, because when it was brought up to me, I had no idea what it was. You don't worry, by the end of today's conversation, you're going to understand why thousands dream of actually doing this challenge, but only a select few actually do. So please help me welcome Brian Cassidy and Randy Merrill, who I always call Turtle. So that's an inside joke. So if you hear me refer to someone as Turtle, it is Randy. All right. So, gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having us, Letitia. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, now I always like to start with something very easy. And for everyone, especially for everyone watching. So tell us who you are, and I want you guys to tell us one thing that people would never guess about you.
I'll go first. My name's Randy Merrill, Tackleberry or Turtle, as Tisha likes to call me.
Turtle.
I joined the United States Army back in 1997. I ended my career after 15 years medically from combat wounds. I served 5 combat tours in Afghanistan. One thing that people would never guess about me would be I'm actually a really big secret undercover nerd. I am a geek like you wouldn't believe. I love space. I love technology. I geek out on stuff all the time. But most people would never think that about me when they meet me and talk to me and stuff like that. I'm actually a really big nerd. So that's the one thing people don't really know about me much.
Yeah, because you don't look like a nerd, Turtle.
No.
No, you said you was in the Army. What was your favorite assignment?
Which would be my time with 7th Special Forces Group out of Fort Bragg.
All right. All right. And what about you, Brian?
Oh, my name is Brian Cassidy. I was born in New England. I'm a New England boy. I joined the Army in '93 and went to basic training, so I'm kind of aging myself there. I did 20 years in the infantry in the Army, and got out in 2017. Worked with veterans as a benefits advisor. So I was the guy that gave them their briefing when they got out, their transition brief for the VA. It's like an 8-hour brief. And then I moved to South Carolina where I met this crazy kid over here. And one thing that people might not know about me, baking. I'm the baker. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, I can bake anything sweet. I'm a preacher's kid. I grew up, and my sister and brother were older than I was, so I got left behind a lot. So my wife, my mother, being the preacher's wife, does a lot of cooking and baking. So she would have me come out, and all I wanted to do is lick the spoon, but I learned how to bake from her. So.
Wow. I
I'm a
promise
nerd
you.
too. I mean, we both share that.
I would have never guessed that.
No, one, especially when you come into a big motorcycle gathering and all these cupcakes are laid out, and people they always go to my wife and like, God, these cupcakes are great. She's like, I don't bake. It's him. And then, oh no, I'm like, yeah, it's me.
What was your favorite duty station? What was your favorite assignment?
I'm gonna say 10th Mountain will always be because that's where I did all my combat. I did 2 Iraq, 1 Afghanistan. So that's where all my combat was. But the most high vis and the really special and unique that not a lot of people in the military get to do is I was in the old guard.
Really?
Yeah, so it's supposed to be 3-year assignment, turned into 5. But yeah, that was at the White House, Pentagon.
Yeah.
Capitol. It's just stuff that you will never be able to see the normal soldiers in the military. They just don't see it.
Yeah.
You're rubbing elbows with dignitaries, presidents, all of them. I met them all. So
Wow, that's great. Oh, I didn't. I'm glad you shared that with us. What is this question is with both of you guys? What is the biggest lesson the military taught you?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Patience, and my calmness. I think I do get upset sometimes, but I'm very calm and I'm very methodical.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the military taught me that don't listen to all the views. Like, so your soldiers listen to all the views and then come to the conclusion. Don't just jump down their throats. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you want to mentor. So I think being a mentor and helping people, I think that was the biggest thing for me from when I went into when I got out. I changed a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What about you, Turtle?
It would be learned learned skill from military that I rely on still today is, believe it or not, how to read people, uh, and read character very quickly. And I'm still a very pessimistic person when it comes to trusting people, but at least I learned how to read people and read the room very quickly and make those assessments for business. I work as a senior project manager, so uh, in that role, learning how to read your customers and read the room is very important for what I do in the civilian world nowadays. So we have to make sure that we're able to read the situation and be able to adjust as it goes and definitely my organizational skills, how to be organized. Even though if you look at my desk, that's right over there. It can be a train wreck, but it's like an organized train wreck for me. So
Yeah, yeah. I listen. I feel you. I can relate. Um, and it surprised me that you're pessimistic when it comes to people because I know when we met, we hit it off great.
Mhm.
You know, so that's something that I learned about you out of all these years of friendship. You probably was like, I don't know if I trust her so, in the beginning, but you
She
didn't let
wasn't
me
a
know
friend.
that. All right, so Brian, you said that you met Turtle in South Carolina, right?
That's correct.
How exactly did you two meet?
When I'm in the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association. So
Mhm.
when I transferred, I moved from Mississippi to here. I transferred into the new unit, the new chapter up here. And when I did that, he lived 5 miles down the road. So one of the guys like, hey, Randy, he lives right in Inman with you. So why don't you guys hook up and come to the meeting? So I was like, okay, great, because he was new to the to the association, and I was already long time. So I said, yeah, sure. So I remember pulling in his driveway and pulling down the driveway, and I look over, and what do I see in his garage is a Honda Repsol. Now, my wife hits me because she was on the back. She's hit me and she's like, look at that. And I said, well, we can be friends. I had the same bike when it first came out way back in 2007, 8, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But look at this guy. All right. And we just pretty much hit it off from there, I'm much like him too. I think I'm guarded, you know. But I kind of you know where you stand with me, right? Pretty much right off the
Yeah.
bat.
Yeah. So yes, I still have my sport bike, and I still ride it every once in a while. It doesn't get ridden nearly as much as my Indian, but that's okay. I still like to be a hooligan a little bit every once in a while, but that's just part of being a motorcycist. You live.
Right.
And I'm trying to get the screen to come fall over to Brian.
Brian, that's fine.
It wants to move sometimes, and we're like, stop moving. Oh.
So you guys, when you guys met, we're going to get into, I want to know a little bit more about the Hoka Hey, but one of the things I know is that this ride has something to do with cross country. So, this question is for you guys as, you know what? You guys met, now you're here and you're doing the Hoka Hey challenge. What in the world made you realize, yeah, I trust this guy cross country on a motorcycle?
Well, after meeting Brian, Brian was down there in Mississippi, which is flatland, right? And
Oh, really?
yeah, he was down near the coast, and he was flatlander and stuff like that. And so I was like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna go for a ride. Do you want to go for a ride with me?" He's like, "Yeah." So where did I take Brian? My favorite place in the world is the mountains, right? And the mountains are right here where we live in upstate South Carolina. And I took Brian riding in the mountains, popped his cherry, going to the mountains, and he fell in love with that very quickly. He's like, "Oh my God, this is
had a grin from
yeah,
ear to ear,
just smiling ear to ear." And he's like, "This is amazing riding." And so since then, me and him have been riding buddies, and both of us have a guy named Scrubs that's in our chapter that's a Hoka Hey finisher already. Right?
Oh,
So
okay.
he's already completed the Hoka Hey. We've talked to Scrubs about it. And then I ran into a Hoka Hey guy on a trip to Charleston with my wife on the motorcycle. We stopped for inclement weather. He stopped and we were hanging out, just talking. I talked to that guy for probably about an hour about the Hoka Hey and stuff like that. And so Brian had already been talking to Scrubs more behind the scenes.
I was going to do it.
Yeah,
I already made my decision, and then he comes like, "Hey."
I called Brian. I was like, "Brian, you want to do the Hoka Hey with me?" He's like, "Yeah."
Funny you should ask.
So, for the Hoka Hey, what exactly is the Hoka Hey challenge?
So the Hoka Hey started in 2010 with Jim Red Cloud. He's from the Lakota tribes up north and the Dakotas. And his dream was to have 10,000 warriors ride 10,000 miles across the United States all at one time. And it's just grown from there exponentially. And this year, so the Hoka Hey is generally about a 10,000 mile challenge that riders take on. We can't use technology, like we can't be reading a GPS. We can't speed over 99 miles per hour. We can't recklessly speed consistently.
Can't get a speeding ticket.
Can't get a speeding ticket. You have to sleep outside with the motorcycles. You can't stop at a hotel, or you can't sleep at somebody's house and stuff like that. So you have to actually stay with your motorcycle outside in the elements. But that doesn't mean you can't have a tent or something like that. But you're basically surviving off your motorcycle for the time that you're doing the Hoka Hey.
Oh, wow.
And it's all back road. Well, it's mostly back roads. Some of the roads may be just improved roads, which means they're gravel, right? And you're taking these 1,000-pound motorcycles down gravel roads and stuff like that. So it's an extreme challenge for a motorcyclist, and a lot of people really do try to get into it and do it. And there's a significant process to get in and get accepted into the Hoka Hey.
They take 100 new riders every ride. So we were.
So they manage how many new riders come on board. Okay.
And so I know we stood up on the sign up day. It was like midnight, and we ended up getting off at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
because we were trying to get in, like refresh.
So many people were just slamming the website.
And he's like, I'll just go to bed and I'll wake up. I'll wake up in the morning, dude. And I said, "The hell you are? No, you sit right here until we get in." And then once we got in, we got accepted. But I mean, the great part about the Hoka Hey is, it's the old school. Like, remember the old days where it's just turn by turn directions? 20 to 30 minutes before you start, they hand you paper, turn by turn directions.
Wow.
From your start point to your first checkpoint. And then at your first checkpoint, you get your next set of directions. So you don't know where you're going. They put out today, for anybody that didn't make it, you're missing out, because this is going to be the an epic because they added another 1,000 miles onto the normally 10,000 miles. So that's 11,000 miles. I mean, we might see all 48 states.
Wow. So you
Yeah.
guys are going to be finishing up 11,000 miles.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
Well, 11,000-ish, because I'm sure we're going to take a wrong turn somewhere. Yeah. And the good thing too is everybody can track us. For all our socials, we're going to put up the link. And we'll have Tackleberry and Co Disley out there on the course, and you can watch our progress along with everybody else.
Oh, we'll be able to watch you?
Yeah, they'll be able to
great.
see our live. It's got a 5-second probably delay.
Yeah.
But they'll see our little tracker going across the United States wherever we're going. And then you'll see us go, whoopsies, turn around, come back. So if you mess up, you got to come back to where you messed up and pick up from there.
Okay. When does it start? When does the Hoka Hey start for you guys?
August 2nd. 6 o'clock.
August 2nd?
Yeah, we're only
18 days away.
18 days away.
18 days. Wow. So Hoka Hey, what exactly does Hoka Hey mean? What does that translate to?
Oh boy. I hope our wives aren't watching this. Go ahead.
So in Lakota, it means a good day to die.
Oh, okay.
And they have lost
8 riders.
Eight riders on this.
How long has this been going on?
Since 2010.
Every 2 years on even years.
Every 2 years on even years. Okay. And you guys, this is your first Hoka Hey?
Yes.
And yours start August the 2nd.
Yep.
Okay.
And our goal is to finish it. That's the first goal. But our personal goal is 13 days. By midnight on the 13th day.
Midnight. Oh, so you have so many days that you have to finish, or how long? Oh,
I mean, you can basically take as long as you want.
So technically you have 21 days to do it in, right?
Okay.
And there's 3 finishings. There are 3 types of finishers. You have the slow ass finisher, which you'll get a patch that actually says slow ass finisher.
Okay.
Then you have a patch that says finisher, so that's just someone who finished it. And then you have the elite finisher. And Brian and ours ultimate goal is to be able to earn the elite finisher status.
Why not shoot for it?
Right? I heard that. All right. Yeah. I heard that.
But the ultimate goal is to finish.
Yes.
We want to finish. I mean, and I think people always say, how are you guys going to do that? How are you going to do that? Like physically. And I don't think people realize that this Hoka Hey is more a mental challenge than it is physical. It's going to push you to your limits. And I'm sure it's going to push us to our limits, It's just the way it is. You're going to get tired, And I think we are mature enough. I think we're old enough to know, and we've seen a lot through our lives that we kind of know, like, okay, we need to stop. He'll check me, I'll check him. We're pretty good at that.
So the strategy we're looking at to be able to get our 850 to 1,000 miles a day is not just trying to get the miles, but it's more like time, right? So if you're doing 45 average miles per hour, 45 miles per hour, 20 hours a day, right? You should be able to get almost 1,000 miles a day, right? So at the end of 20 hours, no matter where we are, stop, set up camp, go to sleep, get up in a few hours, start again. Right?
And there might be days where we're out Oklahoma, Texas, where it's flat, nothing.
Yeah.
We might go easily 1,000.
Yeah. Right.
1,100 miles in that day. So now you're ahead of the game. So you just keep building on it. You want to stay ahead of the curve if you can.
So that is what makes it, that's some of the things that make it harder. And you've also talked about some of the things that make this so much different than any other ride that's out there for motorcyclists. You mentioned the mental fatigue. What about mechanical issues? Are you guys preparing for those, or have you heard any horror stories as far as mechanical issues?
Yeah, we kind of, I think we're be okay in that. If you have a flat tire, you have a flat tire.
Right.
But we have pretty new bike. He has a 2025. I have a 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So mechanically wise, I don't think we're gonna have a problem. Knock on wood. Um, yeah, sorry. Yeah. So I don't think we'll have a lot of like breakdowns because our engine fails or anything. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's gonna be more like tires and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you prepare by like we have spare clutch cables, we have tire plug kits, we have jump starters, we have tire inflators, first aid kits, mechanic sets, electrical. Yeah, I mean just electrical tape, magic tape.
Yep.
You know, just
550 cord, 100-mile-an-hour.
I mean, you take a little bit with you as much as you can. Loctite, I mean, all sorts of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you prepare the best you can.
Sure.
And hope for plan for the worst, hope for the best. Like next week before we leave, we're working with a shop. They're going to go through our bikes 100%, put new tires on, check everything out, make sure our brake pads are good, fluids are good, all that stuff's done. So our bikes are going to be set up as best as they humanly possibly can before we even start.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So it takes time planning. It definitely takes a financial burden to be able to do this. Your first year doing the Hoka Hey, for anybody out there that wants to do the Hoka Hey or ever attempt it,
it's expensive.
Your first time doing it is expensive because you got to buy all the gear, everything, all the tools, all the stuff. It's pricey, right? But once you get through that, guess what? Your second Hoka Hey, cheaper because you already got everything.
Right.
So,
Now, you explain how you're preparing, as far as your motorcycles and everything, your gear. Uh, how are you preparing for this physically and mentally? And you know what? I'm curious about how you're planning nutrition wise, because people don't think about that. You're consistently riding, you're constantly riding. So, what are some things that you're doing to prepare in those areas?
Well, we've taken some trips.
We've taken
Mississippi and
down to you for the Veterans Expo.
Yeah.
So basically, when we do trips like down to you, I don't remember how long it was.
Mississippi, like 9 hours.
Was it 9 hours?
9, 10 hours.
Our taco run out to Medicine Park, Oklahoma. We rode, that's 16. That was 16 and a half hours.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is getting time on the seat, and so when I'm talking about 9 hour rides or 16 and a half hour rides, or even one day it was a 20
on the way back.
It was a 20 something hour ride because of the weather and traffic and stuff like that. This is all nonstop. You stop, you might eat something, you're gonna fill up with gas, use the restroom, but you're on the bike. You're not staying off the bike. You're not like, oh, I'm gonna sit here for the next 4 hours and take a nap. We're preparing our bodies, our minds, and everything. Gas and go. And so you're on the bike and you're moving. You're not stopping. But highway miles is different from back road miles, right?
Mm-hmm.
So back roads, you're always moving, shifting your body weight, braking, throttling, stop signs, all that stuff. Animals. But highway, you're on there. You're locked in one. You're locked in one position, and that's exhausting, right? So the back roads isn't nearly as exhausting because you're just locked in one position.
Mm-hmm.
You do get fatigued, but it's a different level of fatigue. It's a slightly different.
You're reading street signs for 11,000 miles.
Yeah, reading street signs for 11,000 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So that's different. Food wise, me and Brian both, we have different things that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Liquid IV for hydration,
pickle
juice for cramping. You got
peanut butter,
sweet packets,
protein.
Oh, like the MREs we used to have.
Yeah.
So,
we got freeze dried meals that we take.
Because there'll be times you'll stop it and there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Except for the animals, so
so basically you're heating like an MRE basically up.
right.
When a jet boil, little jet boils and boil your water and pour it in there and let it sit, set up camp, come back, eat it, go to sleep. So there are times you're not going to be able to stop and eat. And be honest with you, the biggest thing that most riders eat on the road when they're doing the OK challenge is roller dogs.
Roller dogs?
Gas station hot dogs.
I can't.
That sounds like a bathroom emergency in the middle of riding. So, all right.
Baby wipes. Take baby wipes.
Baby wipes. Okay. So, what are 3 must-have things for the Hoka ride? Must have that you have to pack. I mean, a Hoka Hey ride challenge.
Well, like if you only could bring 3 things, like
yeah, if you had 3 things that you could only tell a person.
Yeah. Oh boy,
man.
Ooh.
Food.
Get food.
Food.
Toolkit.
Yeah.
Toolkit.
Food, toolkit.
Poncho.
Yeah. Poncho. Okay. All right. All right. So, why are you doing this?
One, I think it's because we're not right in the head. Well, one, it's a challenge, right? And me and Brian both, and people that do this, love the challenge of doing something that most people just can't do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Or even want to attempt, right? So it's just one of those elite things that not everybody can do, right? Or wants to do. So that's a drawing factor to that, because you're like, oh, hey, this is something hard, right? And both of us being in the military, being in the Army, yourself being a veteran as well, you understand that draw to do very hard physical, mental, challenging things, right?
Right.
It's like a sense of pride when you accomplish it, right? Another reason why is me and Brian, one of the reasons we ride so much and we love motorcycles is because that's our quiet headspace, right? That gets us away from our thoughts, PTSD, all the other busy stuff in the world that messes with us. That's our quiet headspace. I get on a motorcycle and ride, same for Brian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not thinking about a thing in the world.
Right. I know that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. So we're writing for a charity this year, which is the Association on American Indian Affairs.
Mm-hmm.
And they have been absolutely phenomenal to work with. They've been great, been supportive.
They're the oldest.
They're the oldest Native American association.
Over 100 years. Over 100 years old.
Oh, what, 127 years or something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
For a long time. So they've been great to work with. And the other thing that we're writing for is PTSD awareness.
Yeah. And another thing, too, we didn't mention about the OK is they plan these routes very specifically, because they're going to take us through as many Indian land.
Oh, that's amazing.
As they possibly can. So it's to bring awareness to the Native American.
Right. I love that.
Yes. And so we were like, well, what kind of, because if you want to get the elite status, you have to fundraise, which I totally agree with. So we're like, who are we going to go with? PTSD, okay, that would be great and all. But then I don't know how it came up, but he brought up the association, and I was like, it's a good idea. What better than two white guys, bringing awareness to the Native Americans. I mean, I thought it was a perfect fit, and they were very welcoming to us, and they loved it. They loved the idea.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
Yeah, if you look at our socials, you'll see on there where we've gone to Cherokee, some powwows and stuff like that. Done interviews with Native Americans, and it's been great. They're absolutely amazing people to talk with and learn their culture and their history. It's been.
They love to share it too.
Yeah,
they love to share it.
They sure do. So.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so glad you shared that with us. I want to talk a little bit about, when you ride, every rider knows that there is a risk, whether you're doing a short ride or a long ride. So as you are preparing for this challenge, what has been the biggest concern for you guys? Biggest concern that you have identified, and how have you prepared for it?
Exhaustion.
Yeah,
that's usually what gets I would say almost everyone in trouble. Everyone that's not an okay, I can't say this for sure, but I'm guarantee you that lack of sleep is what contributes to a lot of the accidents and stuff. So I think me and Randy, we both have said, okay, when we're tired, we'll stop. It's not worth it. We'll make it up on the other end.
Even if we don't make our 20 hours a day, if one of us goes, hey man, I'm done for today. I just can't. Right. Then I gotta stop. I gotta rest. Then we're gonna stop. And we're gonna check each other on that and make sure that we're good to go. Because the last thing we want is for one of us to go down, and our body and not be able to continue, or even worse, right? Where one of us is not coming home the way we want to, right? So it is a dangerous challenge. Another big aspect of what the plan for is weather, right? So if you're going to attempt a challenge like this, you better ride in weather. You're gonna have to get used to riding in the rain, and the bad weather, and the heat, and things like that. Even the cold, because when you cross the Rocky Mountains, guess what? Even in August, the Rocky Mountains can be 30-something degrees.
Yeah.
So you have to prepare for the elements. You really do. Yeah,
because if the weather's 100 degrees, we had this the other day. I got sunburned to all hell, but then the rain came. Big storm.
Cold rain.
And it went from 94 degrees all the way down to probably in the low 70s.
Oh, wow.
And it felt like it was 50 degrees out. We were freezing.
Wow.
Just like that. So just because people think, oh, you guys are hot, you guys are going to be hot. It's like, no. When it's 100 degrees in it, it's like, if you've ever been to NTC or the desert, it's 100 degrees during the day and it's 60 degrees at night. It feels people are in polypro.
Yeah,
it's cold.
You're shivering.
Yeah. So let me shift gears a little bit. You mentioned your bikes, but you haven't said what exactly you're riding. So can you share with us what you're riding and why you have chosen that bike?
Both of us ride Indian Pursuit dark horses.
And because why would you ride Harley?
I'm gonna get so much hate on this.
No, our Indians are really good bikes. Very reliable. They're one oil instead of 3 oils to change. So the maintenance is easy. It's low maintenance. They're liquid cooled instead of air cooled motorcycles. So, when you're getting into hot weather, especially in the desert and stuff like that, you're not having to concern yourself as much for like an overheat or something like that on the engine overheating on you and failing and stuff like that. So the bikes are really well made and they're super comfortable to ride. So I like Indian motorcycles. Brian rides Indian motorcycles.
I'm the perfect example because I went from Harley, Indian, Harley back to Indian. So I've ridden them all. And we just do a lot of banter about Harley. I don't have anything bad to say about Harley. I just prefer the Indian I have now because it's comfortable. It's a lot more comfortable. The electronics on, suspension, everything. It's gonna make the Hoka Hey probably about 0.05 easier. Yeah.
0.05 user. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen a trend of, people switching over, from Harley to Indian. It's a bigger trend now than it has been in the past.
Very much.
So if you could build the perfect bike for the Hoka Hey Challenge, what would it have?
Oh, self-drive.
Self-drive.
A Tesla and a bike.
A Tesla. That was an easy answer. So what is the funniest thing that has happened while you guys have been preparing for this? Because you said that you've been doing rides and everything, and so anything specifically funny that has happened that you want to share with us?
A couple of funny things have happened to us. One, Brian is not allowed to wear his gray Hoka Hey shirt because every time he wears his gray Hoka Hey shirt, we get rained on.
Oh, okay.
Every time, it's like an omen. If you want it to rain, Brian wears the gray shirt.
You remember when we showed up to your event?
Yes.
Guess
yes.
what I'm wearing?
Yeah.
Gray shirt. We left out of Oklahoma, and it was downpouring. I mean, a straight thunderstorm downpouring. What was Brian wearing? The gray shirt.
So the gray shirt is not going on the Hoka.
Okay, so no gray shirt. Okay, that's
No
pretty
gray
cool. So what?
I had a bird.
He had a bird.
You had a bird?
It got stuck in my saddle bag area, so I flicked it off, and then I was like, "Oh crap!" The bird would thrash around and put claw marks on my bag, and I'm like, "Oh, what am I?" And I said, "Wait a minute." I have a dark windshield at the time, so I couldn't put the sponsor sticker on the windshield, so I put it on my saddlebag to cover up the.
Oh my goodness!
Good as new.
Is it still there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
What is the toughest lesson? Like, what has already been the hardest lesson that, this journey has taught you in preparing? What's the toughest?
Trying to choose the right gear.
Yeah.
The right sleeping mat, the right tent, the right sleeping bag, and I mean, there's just so many different little pieces of gear. Because you would think, oh, that would be an easy choice, but you don't want a sleeping roll that's going to be massive.
Right.
Where are you going to put it? You're limited on space.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to find the smallest little things you can that are not going to pop on you in a day.
Yeah.
And things you just, that choosing the right gear has been one of the hardest.
Yeah, I would concur.
The hardest things with the Hoka.
Because you don't know. You
Yeah.
don't know until you know. And then you're like, dang, I would just waste money on that. But,
Yeah.
But you learn. Like, I'm glad I found out now than when I was out there.
Yeah. So, Turtle, didn't you win? We had at the Veteran Business Expo, we had the motorcycle poker run during that. And both of you participated in that. Turtle, didn't you win the
lowest
the worst hand?
The worst hand?
Yeah. And you got prizes. Did you get anything that would help you out with the Hoka Hey? I think you actually came out on top, to be honest, with everything that you got.
I thought he had the better than the winner.
The winner had. Because I remember I was outside, and all of a sudden I hear Turtle, Turtle, and so I come running back into the convention center, and you're yelling my name, and I'm running up to the stage, and I do my little combat roll onto the stage, and yeah, I got a pretty nice basket. Unfortunately, that tool bag that you guys gave me, just when I put all my tools in it, just took up too much space.
So you're not going to be able to use it.
No.
Oh.
So I, because it saves me room to have all my tools loose in my saddlebag.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to do a little digging for them. I mean, they're all in one general spot in my bag, but it just gave me more room to be able to stuff more stuff in.
Right.
No, it was great. It was great.
I was hoping that you were able to get some. Maybe we'll talk to Natalie who sponsored that giveaway, and see if we can, sneak some stuff in there in the next 2 years. Because you say it's every other year. Maybe we can convince you guys to come back out and take first place and second place.
Yeah. Look, we just love coming out and supporting you and what you're doing with Combat Boots, Red Bottoms, and
Well, we love you.
the veteran. That was a veteran expo. It was a
amazing event.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see it grow and just absolutely bloom and blow up to the biggest thing in Mississippi. So it's fun. You do a great job.
Well, thank you. Now, speaking of veterans, do you believe your military experience helped prepare you for the Hoka Hey Challenge?
Definitely, absolutely.
In what way has that?
I mean, a lot of people are out there, sleeping in the woods or parking and trying to find them. Okay, we can pretty much sleep anywhere. We've been to lands that we didn't know in the military. You know what I mean? So I think that our navigation skills, are going to have to be on point.
Yeah. The fact that mentally we already know how to basically embrace the suck.
Yeah.
Right.
And embrace the suck.
Embrace the
Love
suck.
it.
And
it's going to suck.
It's going to suck. Complaining about it isn't going to help anything. So guess what?
Right. Embrace the suck. I've said that to a couple of civilians, and they're like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'm not in Kansas anymore." So what about as far as riding with another veteran? What does that mean to you?
Brotherhood.
Oh yeah. We're sharing this experience that not too many people are gonna have, and a lot of people. The whole thing about this is when I said it was mentally, it's like I know it's gonna sound cliche, but it's like a vision quest. Like that was his intent. You push yourself to limits of your physical, mental, and you're gonna find that other gear or that other, you're gonna get
win.
Yeah, you're gonna get that clarity of your life, and people, and we're gonna find out here in 20 days.
18.
Yeah, but
18 days, 20 days.
18 days. By 20 days, we're going to get to know a lot of these people say it will change you. Almost everybody that's done the Hoka said it will change you.
Wow.
What you thought was important before is not important now. And what you didn't think was important is now very important. So everybody I've talked to, all the veterans, and that's another thing. If you're thinking about going to Hoka Hey, go to the things on the off year. So on the odd years, like next year, they'll have a rendezvous.
Okay.
Or the taco run out in Oklahoma, right? That's where all these long distance riders get together. And you just pick each other's brains and you listen to them. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've taken from this is when we talk to people, people are very forthcoming and be like, listen, you should think about this. And almost everyone said it will change you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So we I don't know how many people that are in your that see your podcast that are keep track of long distance endurance riders, but Pat Cornell just did 200,000 miles in a year on his Indian Pursuit. You have Riot, who rides with the Mile Monsters organization.
Another great organization.
Yeah. And they ride constantly raising money for charity. So these guys like those two individuals right there. I'm not trying to give them a shout out, but if you want to
go ahead and give them a shout out.
If you want to start learning about long distance endurance riding and charity riding and stuff, those are two great individuals to start to follow on social media, because they will pass the knowledge on, and probably two of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
Robert Snook, Big Daddy. He's been a mentor to me and Brian. He lives in Cherokee, North Carolina, not too far from us. And he's helped us immensely, learning about the Hoka Hey and what to do and what not to do and things like that. So the riders, the organization or the riders for the Hoka Hey they're a great group of people, absolutely supportive. They're wonderful people. So if anybody's ever thinking about doing it, definitely give these people. They love to share knowledge and they love to go out and talk.
And on our socials, when this starts, we're also going to post up there a couple of other people like K Solo. He does like a podcast every night. It's like an update of that day's ride where everybody is and stuff like that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so we're going to share the link. You can follow us and all these other people that will be talking during the Hoka Hey. Right. So everybody can follow if they want.
We'll share the link as well to our fleet tracker GPSs that'll be on our bikes, so everybody can follow along where we are in the United States.
And it's addicting. Like the last one we were watching very intently.
You're up at 10 o'clock at night going, where they at? Where they at?
No, you're going the wrong way.
We're gonna definitely share that on Combat Boots to Red Bottoms too within our community, so we can keep up with you guys. What about your families? How do they feel about this challenge?
Supportive, first of all. Very supportive. They know that riding motorcycles is a passion for us. So they're very supportive of what we do. I would be remiss to say that they're not worried, right?
They won't show it.
They won't show it, but they are definitely worried about us. Our wives are very concerned about our safety and well-being, being out on the road for 11,000 miles. But they're supportive. They'll do anything to support us, and that's been a great thing about it.
Mine's been through the military with me. So I got out in 90. I went 93 to 97. Got out. We kind of met. We got married, and I came back in the Army. So from 98 until 2017, she was with me. So she's been through all Iraq, Afghanistan, Kosovo. All these deployments. So for her, she's kind of seasoned, but just like he said, they're not going to show it.
Right.
She knows better. Like she's going to be like, oh, you got this. But deep down inside, they're
a train wreck.
Yeah. But as I said, they only live 5 miles apart. So
yeah.
And that's really good because they have that support. Yeah. They can support each other and everything. And I love that you guys are more like family. And then you have also your Hoka Hey family, it sounds like. Yeah. So what about others that have stepped up to support your journey? Feel free to give them some shout out. Who I know you probably can't name everyone, but is there any others that have stepped up outside of family that have supported your journey?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Friends and family have donated to support a rider, supporting us, like our sponsor Tank of Gas.
Yeah.
So people donate $15, $20, whatever here or there. We've had a few different companies. What was the guy's name out of Sevierville again? I'm so sorry for forgetting his name. I'll have to get that guy's name. He built skid plates to go on the bottom of our motorcycles to protect our engine case.
Oh, nice.
We have Rugged, a gear company that gave us two waterproof backpacks, survival backpacks. And then here, hopefully soon, 210 Speed Lab out of North Carolina. They're doing the full ride checkups on our motorcycles and stuff like that, doing maintenance on our bikes. So that's been good.
And then we've had some individuals that have stepped up, 10, 15, it adds up after a while.
Yeah, it does, especially gas. Especially gas, yeah.
Especially gas. Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, Scott Robinson.
Gave us
a pretty good, very good money.
$500. Yeah.
So
great.
That was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So that meant a lot.
So these, people do step up, because the average right now for us, we're looking about a little over $1,500 per rider just for gas.
And that's on the low end.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 15 to two grand is somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that ballpark, depending on the gas prices.
Yeah.
And that's depending on the gas prices, because we know that they are fluctuating. So
And of course, I'd like to thank my brother and my sister. I have to. Tim,
go
Cheryl.
ahead. What are
Tim,
their
Cheryl,
names?
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Say their names again.
Tim and Pam is my brother and sister, and his wife is Cheryl. So
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
and everybody else, we can't go down the whole list, but yeah,
Right. I know
yeah.
you can't name everyone, but we want to give you an opportunity to, just let people know that people are supporting you. And, before we wrap up, if someone watching wanted to support, you know, what you're doing, how can they do that?
So if you go to our social medias, which I'm pretty sure that Letitia is going to share on her socials as
Yes,
well.
we are. We already have those shared too. So you can go to Combat Booster Red Bottoms if you and look for them. But share, how they can follow your journey and where they can go to help support you and sponsor you. I think there's 2 locations they can go.
Don't just sponsor a rider. We appreciate you just sponsoring our rider, but ultimately we are wanting to raise money for the Association of American Indian Affairs. So please give to them. There's 2 different links. There's a PayPal to Brian and me, and then the other link is to the association. So please donate to our charity, help them out. They're a great organization to bring awareness, education to Native American tribes across the United States. It's the oldest Native American association that we have in the United States. So please give to them and support them as well.
And if I'm not mistaken, you guys are trying to raise it's $10,000 for 10,000 miles, right?
Right.
And you guys have a link that we will all share so they can donate to that journey. But there's another way they can support, right?
Yeah, so we have one for our charity, and then we have one at at Hoka Hey 2026, and that goes to support us. Yeah, so you have a PayPal, and then you have a PayPal QR code that we do that supports the riders, and then you have the association. They have their own QR code, and that goes to the charity.
Okay, all right. And tell us a little bit more detail about supporting you. When they go over to your link for PayPal, you have it set in a way where they can give 10, 15, 20, $50 for gas and food, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, they can give whatever they want. Yeah, they can give whatever they want. Yeah, there's no set. And the people, we track the names of people that are giving to us. So we just put out recently a little thank you to a list of people that have supported us so far. And so that's one thing that we do. We also try to give shout outs during our trip of the Hoka Hey. I'm at a gas station and we'll pick a name on the list and be like, hey, thank you, Jimmy, for buying us this tank of gas. Appreciate it. So we're going to try our best to do little things like that to make sure that people are getting recognized for supporting us. And when you donate to the Association of American Indian Affairs, they will actually they put you on their list. Thank you, and for donors and stuff like that. So that goes on their website, and they're a great organization.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing that. I'll make sure that we get this information out to everyone who's viewing this as well as our community, those 2 ways. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have it on our screen also during this time. You guys mentioned that you guys came to the Veteran Business Expo that was held in Pearl, Mississippi. It is an annual Veteran Business Expo where veteran businesses and military service members and their families that own businesses come together across the nation to set up their business. We have entertainment, we have food, and people just come out, the community come out and support. One of the goals for the Veteran Business Expo and the Motorcycle Poker Run annually is for this to be the one location that veterans and military service members and their families come every year to be like one big family reunion. So what you guys came all the way to support that. What stood out to you about the Combat Boots to Red Bottoms Veteran Business Expo?
Oh, the sheer volume of businesses that you had there supporting the business expo. That was absolutely phenomenal. It was great location, great people. Everybody was super nice and welcoming to Brian and I. So it was a great time. It was a great time, great place for veterans to go, and I hope it grows. Just blows up off the planet. I mean, it was such a great time. So yeah, keep it up.
Yeah, I once again I'm gonna echo what he said. That the sheer amount of people that you got to come out and show support is amazing. So when you tap into that, that's just it's only gonna grow from there. And yeah, I thought it was you had good information. We had very big variety of different organizations. So someone might not be interested in this, but they're going to be interested in that.
Yeah,
they're not going to be interested in that. They're interested in that. So I thought it was.
Did you guys get a chance to? Did you guys get a chance to enjoy the self-care room where you got the massages or anything?
I did not.
You did?
I did.
So, maybe next time. Would you guys come back? Would you guys be willing to come back?
Yeah, we've already put it on. We've already put it on. We're going to
For
that
next year. Okay. All right. Excellent. And I want to talk a little bit about advice for someone that is sitting at home, who has dreamed that they have been putting off, because you talked about, just going out and doing things. What would you tell them if they've been sitting back saying, I really want to do something, or they have something on their mind that they want to do, but they've just been putting it off? What would you tell them? What bit of advice would you give them?
I'm going to steal a slogan here from a very famous company. Just do it. Just get up. I'm 53 years old, and at no time did Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge ever come across my mind until a few years ago. And I'm like, am I too old? No, I'm not old. There's people 70-something years old out there doing it. So if you see something you want to do it.
Men, women,
don't matter.
From 40s to 70s, people are doing the Hoka Hey.
Yeah.
So for me, my outlook on life is different than most people, and I wish most people would learn this is I've already made peace with dying one day, right? Life is short. So if there's an adventure out there or something that you want to do, go do it, because life is too short to waste the time of always dreaming to do something. Just make it happen. Do what you got to do to make that dream come true, and go do that adventure, see things, see the world, meet people, talk to people. You may not always agree with them, but that's perfectly fine. But we're going to respect each other, and we're going to have fun doing it no matter what we do. It's get out and adventure, get out and have fun, see the world. It's too beautiful not to.
Because it's going to go quickly from I want to I wish I did.
I wish I did. Yeah. Excellent. That's powerful. Now, this is something that I like to do, which is rapid fire. And I kind of designed it to be ride ready rapid fire. All right. So tell me, each one of you, say the first thing that comes to your mind when I say this. Okay. All right. Rapid fire: coffee or energy drinks?
Coffee.
Energy drinks, yeah.
All right. Mountains or desert?
Mountains, yeah.
Sunrise, sunset?
Sunrise.
Harley, Indian?
Indian.
Music or silence?
Music.
Best roadside meal?
Roller dogs.
I think we covered that one. Hardest weather you've ridden in?
Rain. Torrential downpour. Yeah.
Dream destination?
Ooh,
that's a hard one.
The Philippines, down in the where they got the emerald blue water. Can't remember it now off the top of my head. But
the Virgin Islands.
Philippines, Virgin Islands. Did you say Philippines?
Yeah.
Okay, Philippines and Virgin Islands. All right. Excellent. Thank you for participating. All right, so um I got one other question. Actually, I got a couple of questions, but personal question. Turtle, what is one thing that you hope people remember about you long after this ride is over?
How much I love to make people smile.
And that you do. That is you already do that. You really do. What about you? Well, not I got a different question for you, Brian. What legacy do you hope you're leaving?
That I had the ability to change people's lives.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now I have a combat boots to red bottoms question. Anytime we sit with combat boots and talk to people with combat boots to red bottoms, I always throw in a combat boots to red bottoms question. So before we wrap up, it's time for that question. If you could sit down with every woman in the combat boots to red bottoms community for just 1 minute, what would you want her to hear?
You got that one?
I got this.
Okay.
Let your voice be heard. No matter how trivial you think it is, your voice needs to be heard. Do not be afraid to speak up. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, does not matter. Let it be heard.
Let your voice be heard. You heard that, ladies. Brian said, let your voice be heard. What about you, Turtle?
Ooh, don't let what you perceive as a physical limitation stop you from doing anything.
Ooh, nice. Don't let what you perceive as a physical limitation stop you from doing what?
Anything.
Anything. You heard that straight from Turtle, ladies. That's Randy Merrill and Brian Cassidy. That's the advice that both of them want you guys to know. So I know that our audience has enjoyed hearing you guys' stories. Is there any last words that you guys want to, say before we pop smoke?
First, we want to thank you for having us on your podcast today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We love being here for you, Letitia. And the last thing I have to say is Hoka Hey.
Hoka Hey. All right. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for spending time with us today. I know that our audience has really enjoyed hearing your stories and your military experience and learning more about the incredible journey that you're about to take. I want you guys to be safe, know that you are loved, and we are going to be watching you. And on behalf of everyone here at Combat Boots to Red Bottoms, wish you safe travels, good weather, do not wear the gray shirt, reliable motorcycles, and most of all, unforgettable experience. We want you guys to come back and talk to us about it. So when you complete the Hoka Hey Challenge, I'm inviting you both back because we want to hear the stories that no one else gets to hear. All right. So to everyone watching, if you enjoyed today's interview, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss future conversations with veterans, entrepreneurs, and leaders making a difference in our communities. What we also want you to make sure you run over to the pages, the links that Turtle and Brian are sharing with us. Please go follow them, support them, give them words of encouragement. And if you can donate, every little bit helps. Please help them reach their $10,000 mark when it comes to raising money for a charity, and also help them get from point A to point B by donating gas, money for gas, food, and incidentals. Until next time, take care, be kind to each other, and we'll see you next time.